Pétanque is French for bowls. And despite being played at the Azzurri club, it's not to be confused with the Italian game of bocce.
No. That's insulting the French population.
Pétanque, though, has Greek origins, and the modern game is scored much like lawn bowls.
Pétanque actually means pied tanqué, which means feet on the ground.
Pierre Boudin, his son Chris and brother Robert are the reigning Australian triples champions and have already qualified for tomorrow's finals. This afternoon they withheld a spirited fight back from the national junior squad, which includes Tim Stevenson from Spears Point.
Yes, well done, Tim.
And Katara's Kieran Clark. They too have qualified for the finals but are chasing a much bigger kitty, or in this case, the Cochonnet.
In early October we got the World Cup in Tunisia, and that's a big event.
So is this tournament. 59 teams are competing, including internationals. These ladies, two of which hail from New Zealand, are back to defend their Open Women's crown.
My husband used to play and I thought it was quite a boring game just to watch from the sidelines, but now I liken it to chess because it's quite a tactical game.
Out towards the back of Broke and up the road a bit, there's a motto these drivers live by. If at first you don't succeed, keep trying until something breaks. Even then, the show's not over. It's the World Extreme Rock Crawling Championship Series, and this was the final round. Some drivers had nothing to lose, with the exception of maybe a drive shaft, axle, transmission, and that's on a good day. Series champion in his class, Pete Antonak from Sydney, had no trouble scaling the rock. Getting off, though, wasn't his textbook.
You can't defy gravity. You try to, but it doesn't work.
It's not all rough and tumble, it's actually quite technical. The teams get penalised 10 points for touching a marker and 1 point for reversing to have another go.
Has there ever been a time when you think I'm in trouble here?
Yeah, nearly every course, but that's what your spotter's for.
A monster machine helps too.
There's not too much they can't do, but everything has its limitations. I think the driver is a limitation most of the time, though.
They're limited by timing as well. Crews receive 45 minutes for each day of competition to make running repairs and just 10 minutes to complete the course, finishing at all costs. The top two teams from each class will represent Australia at the World Final in Las Vegas. For the spectators at Milbrodale, though, they've already won. Adam McILRICK, NBN News. She floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee, and sings like an angel. This is the story of an opera-singing boxer, or is that boxer singing opera? It's an unlikely combination in any case, but for Canadian Kathleen Moore, it's a successful marriage.
It does keep me quite fit. It keeps me breathing properly too. Huge is breathing and singing and boxing, and it sort of keeps you sort of fit and ready to go.
The 28-year-old arrived in Newcastle last November. She's had 2 fights back in Canada, both of them losses. It's not the result, Kathleen says, which matters, it's the experience.
You get that excitement from performing overall, and I would say that boxing is very much like that too.
Opera, though, has since taken priority. Tutor Irene Waugh always knew her rising soprano could pack a punch, just never like this.
I realised that she was doing gym work, but I didn't know that she was a boxer. This is really very, very new to me.
For now, Irene and Jack are her biggest fans.
Sleeping on the lounge, enjoying every minute.
But the soprano has since started auditioning, and at the moment it's for a spot with Opera Queensland.
You get out on stage, you sing, and they ask you a couple questions, and then that's it. You're just out, you're done, so it's very quick.
And if they disagree, you can take them out the back and...
Yeah, just show them what's for, yeah.
Hey, what do you reckon, Jack? Yeah!
It doesn't look much like a classroom, nor does it sound like one. On-the-job training, Surfest style.
I'm not aware of any other programs that operate to the extent that we do.
The instant workforce for organisers, an instant hit for the students.
It's just a great experience to be around all the different people.
They work for free, but there are fringe benefits.
Some really pretty surfers out there, so it's always good to look at.
It's actually mandatory work placement as part of their HSC.
After this, we can go into the workforce as a second-year apprentice chef.
The work goes beyond hospitality. Outside, sport, lifestyle and recreational studies are put into practice. This pair is working with the judges, observing competition officials.
Just how to organise an event, because that's what I'm interested in, just into event management and just how everything's run in a surf event.
The learning, though, only goes so far.
Do you surf at all?
No, I bodyboard, so yeah.
Geez, you'd be not very popular around here then.
No, I'd just keep that on the DL.
Adam McILRICK, NBN News. 22-year-old Luke Belcher lives and breathes two very different worlds. The first is the weights room, a place to make his muscles perfect. Then there's the stage where he shows them off, a platform not for shrinking violets, in fact, any colour but.
So if you're pale and you go under bright stage lighting, you just wash out and you won't see any shape on your muscles, which is of course something that's very important and it's what they're looking for.
And there isn't much left to the imagination. Luke says being on stage is what he toils with most, and then there's the posing.
That's what you have to do in order to win. So it's a matter of getting your mind in that place in order to do that. I actually hate being the centre of attention.
It didn't show at two national and drug-free tournaments recently. He won each of them in Sydney and on the Gold Coast in just his second year of competition. Hardly a poster boy, but he does draw inspiration from one.
I saw a picture of him one day and I thought that was the best thing ever, and that's what I want to be like. People say I look a bit like him facially, and I'd say maybe a little bit, mainly from his younger years.
As for politics, unlike his idol, we won't be seeing a muscled-up Maitland mayor anytime soon. Adam McILRICK, NBN News.